Joining us now, Dr. Anthony Fauci. Dr. Fauci, good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning. Good to see you, Savannah.
So we've got 30 million Americans who've gotten one dose, 10 million Americans fully vaccinated with both doses. When you think about where we're going, needing upwards of 250 million Americans at least to finally be vaccinated to get herd immunity, are you frustrated at the pace of this? Do we need to pick it up?
Well, I think it is going to be picked up, Savannah, because if you look at what's going to happen as we get into March and April, the number of available doses will allow for much more of a mass vaccination approach, which is really much more accelerated than what you're seeing now. If you compare now to what we were doing just literally a month ago, the escalation has really been considerable. I would imagine, and in fact, I'm fairly certain that as we get into and towards the end of April, you'll see some of the implementation of what you just showed, namely pharmacies, community vaccine centers, mobile units, really stepping up the pace of vaccination. So I believe we're on target. We are on target of what the president said. And hopefully, as we get into the early spring, we'll have a much greater acceleration of dosage.
Yeah, and real quickly on that, let me just zero in on it. You mean for everybody, the general population, go into your pharmacy, getting a shot? You don't have to be in one of those risk groups?
Well, you know, Savannah, we have those priority, 1A, 1B, 1C. If you look at the projection, I would imagine by the time we get to April, that will be what I would call, for better wording, open season. Namely, virtually everybody and anybody in any category could start to get vaccinated. From then on, it would likely take several more months just logistically to get vaccine into people's arms, so that hopefully as we get into the middle and end of the summer, we could have accomplished the goal of what we're talking about, namely the overwhelming majority of people in this country having gotten vaccinated.
Now, how nervous are you about this UK variant? The CDC said this week that it's spreading rapidly. We know it's more contagious. It's doubling every 10 days. At the same time, we have seen the cases dropping here. Are you worried that this UK variant poses the potential of erasing that progress?
We take it very seriously, Savannah. I wouldn't say I'm worried about it because, there's a little bit difference. I mean, I take all of this very seriously. You ask yourself, what can you do about it? The sobering news is that it does spread more rapidly. We know that from the UK experience. The uplifting news is that the vaccines that we now have, the Moderna and the Pfizer, and very likely the ones that will be coming online soon, seem to do well against this UK variant. If you look at the in vitro in the test tube, looking at vaccine-induced antibodies that you and I would get if we were vaccinated, it seems to work well against this UK strain. So what we do then is two things. One, step up the public health measures of the masking, the physical distancing, the things we talk about all the time, together with making sure we very expeditiously get people vaccinated as quickly as we possibly can. If we do those two things, as serious as we take this variant, we will be able to meet that challenge.
Let's talk about this mask thing, because now the CDC says, I think I've got this right. 1 mask is better than 0 masks. 2 masks is better than 1 mask. But you don't have to have double masks. Is that right?
It is. In fact, Savannah, you and I had this conversation on your show. It must have been a month or so ago, because someone had said, I've seen people wear 2 masks. The recommendation is not that you have to wear it. What the CDC is saying, that at minimum, wear a mask, okay? This is what they're saying. Make sure you wear a mask. So you wear a mask. Then you want it to fit better. So one of the ways you could do it, if you would like to, is put a cloth mask over, which actually here and here and here, where you could get leakage in, is much better contained.
Okay.
That's all they're saying. 1 mask at least, but if you want to really be sure, get a tighter fit with the second mask.
So wait a minute, are you a double masker, Dr. Fauci? It looked like you are.
Well, I have. In fact, I have used it occasionally, mostly, Savannah, for what the CDC is saying. The fit is better. If you get the surgical mask on and you put a cloth mask over, those areas around where some aerosol can get in are better fitting. Okay. So again, minimal, at least 1 mask, likely a double ply type of mask, would be good. But if you want to get, if you want to do it further, just get a better fit.
Got it. Okay, real quickly, we're going to answer a bunch of viewer questions next hour, but I know the number one thing has to do with, folks who are elderly, our moms and dads, my kids' grandparents. A lot of them are getting their vaccines now. And once they're fully vaccinated, can they see their kids? Can they see their grandkids? Can they go to a restaurant? Can they go to Costco? I mean, once they're fully vaccinated, can they go back to their normal lives?
In essence, ultimately, yes. The thing you would like to see, Savannah, is if you have two parties vaccinated. And that's the question we get asked more often. If I'm vaccinated and my daughter who lives in Boston comes home and she's vaccinated, can we get much more of this pulling back on restrictions and saying we can sit down together without a mask, we can give each other a hug? And the answer ultimately is going to be yes with that.
But if grandma's vaccinated but grandkid isn't?
Yeah, then you got to be careful, because grandma could still get virus in her nasopharynx, even though the vaccine is preventing her from getting physically ill. She still could have virus in her nasopharynx. And that's the reason why we say until we have the overwhelming majority of people vaccinated and the level of virus is very low, when you're vaccinated, it would be prudent to wear a mask for the reason that I just mentioned.
Okay, and just really quickly, because they're going to kill me with the time, but my kid's grandma is listening to this, okay? Is the risk that's with that leftover virus that grandma might be emitting, is the risk to the person who's not vaccinated, or is the risk to grandma?
To the person who's not vaccinated.
Got it. Okay. Dr. Fauci, thank you as always. We really appreciate it. Even brought props this time.
Thank you. See you later.
Thanks.
I always learn from Dr. Fauci. I learned a lot today.
Yeah. There's a lot of people. We're going to answer viewer questions, and that's got to be a biggie.
And we also have a really cool tool that we're introducing, because a lot of people don't know where to get their vaccine, when to get their vaccine. So we're going to have that as well. It's a new digital tool we're going to be introducing. In just a little bit.
And when Dr. Fauci says open season, end of April, May, a lot of us could be getting a vaccine. That's going to come right in handy.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.